The spotlight flickered on as a thin boy in oversized shoes stepped onto the stage, his small hands trembling as he clutched the microphone. The theater was silent, the kind of silence that hums with anticipation. The boy's eyes scanned the crowd nervously before settling on the judge's table. He swallowed hard, his voice shaking as he whispered, "My name is Liam, and this song is for my parents." A ripple of emotion passed through the audience. No one knew his story yet, but something in his fragile tone told them it wasn't a happy one. The music began, the opening notes of "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing," and as Liam sang the first line, the crowd froze. His voice was pure, trembling but powerful, carrying a pain too heavy for someone so young. Behind that voice was a story that few could imagine. Liam had grown up in an orphanage on the edge of town. He had lost both parents in a car accident when he was only 6. He remembered their laughter faintly, the way his father played guitar by the fire, his mother's humming while she cooked. Those memories became the only light in his world. But as the years passed, that light dimmed under the weight of loneliness. The other children found homes, families who wanted them. Liam stayed behind, clutching an old photograph of his parents and the melody of the songs they used to sing. At the orphanage, music became his refuge. He found an old guitar in the storage room, missing strings, covered in dust, and taught himself to play by ear. He sang quietly at night so he wouldn't wake the others, his soft voice echoing against the walls. The caretakers often caught him singing to the stars outside the window. "Maybe they can hear me," he once said, "wherever they are." When a local talent scout visited the orphanage and heard Liam's voice, he insisted the boy audition for the national talent show. But Liam was terrified. "I'm not good enough," he said. "No one wants to hear an orphan sing." The scout smiled gently. "The world needs to hear you, Liam. You sing from the heart. That's something people never forget." The day of the audition arrived, and Liam walked onto the grand stage for the first time. The bright lights blinded him, the crowd felt like an ocean of strangers. His voice cracked on the first word, and a murmur ran through the audience. The judges glanced at each other. But then, he took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and imagined his parents sitting in the front row. He began again. This time, his voice soared. Every note trembled with emotion, each lyric a message sent to the heavens. When he sang "I Don't Want to Close My Eyes, I Don't Want to Fall Asleep," the audience felt his heart breaking in real time. By the chorus, the judges were wiping their eyes, overcome by the rawness of his voice. One judge whispered, "He's not singing for applause. He's singing to reach someone he lost." The song ended, and the room fell silent. Then the crowd erupted into applause. People stood, shouting his name. Liam lowered his head, tears streaming down his face. One of the judges pressed the golden buzzer, and confetti rained down like a golden storm. But Liam didn't smile. Instead, he looked up toward the lights, whispering, "That was for you, Mom and Dad." After the show, videos of his performance spread across the internet. Millions watched the little orphan boy sing with a voice full of pain and hope. Comments poured in, people sharing how they missed loved ones, how his voice reminded them to hold on to those they cherish. Liam didn't just win hearts, he gave people permission to feel, to remember, and to heal. As the competition went on, Liam faced new challenges. The pressure grew. Reporters wanted interviews, fans wanted selfies, and the world wanted more songs. But fame didn't come easy for a boy who had spent his life unseen. He battled moments of doubt and loneliness, fearing that once the show ended, the world would forget him again. One night, overwhelmed, he almost quit. But his mentor found him sitting on the stage steps, staring into the empty seats. "You're scared they'll stop caring," she said softly. "But they won't. Because when you sing, you remind them of what love sounds like." Those words stayed with him. He continued performing, each time pouring his soul into the music. He didn't just sing songs, he told stories of loss, hope, and resilience. He showed that even when the world takes everything from you, it can't take the song inside your heart. Months later, Liam won the entire competition. But what mattered most to him wasn't the trophy or the fame, it was the letter he received from a family who had seen his first audition. They wrote, "Your song reminded us how much love matters. We'd like to give some of that love back to you." Attached was a photograph of a smiling couple holding a sign that read, "Welcome home, Liam." The day he moved in with his new family, he placed his parents' photo on his bedside table. That night, he looked out the window, the stars glowing softly above. He whispered the same words he'd sung months ago, only now they held a new meaning: I don't want to miss a thing. Liam's story became a reminder to millions that even from the deepest pain, something beautiful can be born. That music can heal. That love can find its way back, no matter how far it seems to have gone. And every time he stepped on stage afterward, he sang not as an orphan but as a boy who had found his voice, and a place to belong.